What is AI distillation, and is this the biggest threat to billion-dollar tech companies? So, what is AI distillation? AI distillation is also referred to as knowledge distillation. So, this is when a student a student AI model learns from a teacher AI model. So, just think of this in most simplistic terms. Think of this in terms of a student learning from a teacher, right? So, this model is a smaller AI model, right? It has millions and billions of parameters. It learns from a larger AI model that has trillions of parameters. So it just learns from it, right? So this model costs billions of dollars to make, and this model doesn't come close to even costing that much money to create, but it has similar outputs and similar results to this one. So think of this one as somewhat of a clone of this AI model. So basically, just really think of it in terms of a student-teacher relationship. At some point, the teacher, if a good student is going to learn from the teacher and give you similar output. So if you ask the teacher a question and you ask a student a question, at some point they will give you similar answers because the teacher has taught the student, and the student is embodying the outputs or the information that he has digested from the teacher. So this model learns from this model. So therein lies a very, very interesting concept in artificial intelligence. And you're going to see more of it and more of it in the years, days, and months ahead, right? So now let's go into another part of this equation. The most public example of this happening in recent memory is the DeepSeek situation. So DeepSeek is an AI company that is a startup company out of China. So according to them, nobody has gone in to check their books, but according to them, they spent $6 million to create DeepSeek, right? Having said that, most of the AI models out here in the United States were created, right, with billions of dollars and hundreds of millions of dollars. So China was able to mimic this same technology by just distilling a larger AI model. So most likely they distilled, so allegedly, but in the tech space, everybody somewhat knows that DeepSeek distilled the OpenAI's ChatGPT series, specifically ChatGPT 4, to the point where when you would ask DeepSeek, who are you, it would give at the very early stages, now they've changed it, but at the very early stages, when you would ask DeepSeek, who are you, it would say it's OpenAI's ChatGPT 4, right? So this model, now, of course, they made certain improvements, but it doesn't take away from the fact that they distilled their model from this larger AI model. So, in a sense, from on a positive note, for the average person that understands or has the know-how or a smaller research lab, they're able to do that and mimic and clone the efforts of these billion-dollar companies. So, but these billion-dollar companies, they invest billions of dollars, billions of dollars into this research and development of these models, and as soon as they release them or as soon as they're public, people are able to just distill them. Small research labs, small university research labs are just able to distill them and clone them. In the long term, I see that as a threat to these big companies eventually. But I'm thinking they're already thinking about these things, so they're already beginning to come up with ways to kind of counteract this idea. But AI distillation is still one of the most powerful concepts in artificial intelligence, in my honest opinion. And this idea was first proposed or first came up with in a paper called Distilling the Knowledge in a Neural Network, right? Distilling the knowledge in a neural network. So this paper was created by Geoffrey Hilton, Jeff Dean, and Oriol Venalis, right? So this was back in 2015 when they created this paper. So I know AI is catching a lot of heat, got a lot of attention these days, but this has been a long time coming. So this idea is not even new in the sphere of artificial intelligence because it was proposed back in 2015. So now that you understand the concept of AI distillation, now you understand this concept. Now you're going to start, when you hear the news or when you hear about this AI stuff, you're going to at least understand what they are talking about when they say the model was distilled or this was done with AI distillation. Now, also note in all of this that AI distillation is also referred to as knowledge distillation. Having said all of that, my name is Wealth Alabi, and this is the AI New Tech Podcast. If you've gotten any value from this experience, please like, share, subscribe, listen to us wherever you listen to your podcast. Cheers.